regain some of their powerful energies. And so, thank you for coming in. Now, is there a particular reason why you've come in today?
I just wanted to have a look at some crystals, really, and learn a bit more about them.
Okay, perfect. So I have some of my best crystals on display here. Now, they all have different properties, different reasons for people to use them. They all look very distinctive as well. They look very different. So usually what I do when I have people come in, first of all, is get them to just have a look and just see which ones they're drawn to.
Yeah.
If you don't mind, I am offering like a aura reading, energy healing service as well.
Yeah, I would love that.
Okay, perfect. So what I'll do first of all then is I'm just going to take a look at you, and I'm just going to see if I can just pick up any emotions or energies that are lingering around. So if you close your eyes and just relax. Okay. So just seeing what I can feel around you. Is there anything in particular that's bothering you at the moment, or do you feel sort of quite content?
I've been feeling a little bit anxious.
Okay.
Maybe the lead up to summer and just keeping on top of like finances and just on top of my daily routine, really.
Okay. I'm definitely picking up a little bit of stagnation. I'm trying to work out if it's between your throat or your heart chakra. Okay. I'm just going to feel around your third eye. Would you describe yourself as quite a creative person?
So it's quite interesting, actually. I've just started a book called The Artist's Way, which helps you to like feel more comfortable in your creativity, because I normally think of myself as not super creative, but people often ask me if I am, so I really want to try and explore that more.
Yes, I'm definitely picking up around your crown chakra creative energy, and I think maybe it needs some releasing, some clearing. Maybe that's why you've been drawn to that book, because it's something you might be feeling in your subconscious. Your aura's feeling a little bit fragile. It needs a little bit of work. Okay, so I'm just going to direct your attention to this particular crystal. This is selenite, and people use this because it's got really lovely clearing properties. So a lot of people have this by their bedside or in the bathrooms in the mornings. They can do some clearing on themselves. It's really good for just releasing blockages and just kind of almost creating a clean slate for the day.
Amazing.
So I'm going to do a little bit of that for today, and you'll notice as well it has this point, and crystals with actual points on them. I'll see if there's another one. So you could probably try this with the amethyst as well. It allows you to really focus on a particular point on the body, and it's a little bit more effective with clearing and just sort of scooping out negativity. So we're going to do And because you mentioned that you're feeling a little bit anxious, and I can definitely feel something here, as we go through this, I'm just going to have you hold this in your hands, okay? And feel free to hold it in a way that you feel most comfortable to. It does really help with anxiety. It's called a worry stone. And I personally use those, especially if I'm feeling a little bit more anxious on some days. So we'll see how you get on with that through the session.
Thank you.
Perfect. So I'm going to continue now with a aura reading. Okay, so closing your eyes again. So I'm just thinking of a colour that represents your aura most clearly. I'm feeling orange. That's just what I'm picking up from you. Does that resonate in any way?
Yeah, orange and green are my favourite colours.
Okay. So, definitely feeling like a warmth from you, and that potentially might resonate with your personality in some way. But there is slightly more yellowing of the orange around your aura, which represents the fragility and some of the nervousness that you're feeling. So I'm going to start now with the selenite. Okay, so if you start to feel a little bit more anxious or start to feel anything slightly more uncomfortable, that is normal and that is part of the healing process, but please stop me if you feel like it's too intense. Okay, so we're going to begin now, just around here. So if it's okay, I'm just going to show you, I'm going to touch your skin here.
Yeah.
Sometimes is where we feel quite anxious. It holds quite a lot there, so I'm going to focus a lot here. Just going to center your necklace. So I'm just trying to break through. It feels almost cloudy. Okay. And I'm going to just touch the crystal to your chest for a few seconds. Okay. Now all of my crystals are fully charged, so at the last full moon they were all left to regain some of their powerful energies. And on crystals that you do take away today, I'll make sure that they are really strong, but there may need to be some upkeep from yourself just to keep them working really well. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and use the amethyst. Now amethyst is really, really good, just touching you there with it, for anxiety. Okay, it helps to give yourself confidence, it helps to eliminate self-doubt, and that can help just try and clear your thoughts a little bit, because all anxiety first starts with a thought, and this can help you kind of clear some of those more negative ones. Okay. So just gently hovering this closer to you. just more widely going over now. So sometimes when we do our crystal healing, where we're so still, we can get a little bit cold. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to offer you a blanket.
Thank you.
Does that feel better?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. So sometimes people describe seeing like a light forming underneath their eyelids. And for many years, I would get quite fearful of that sensation and open my eyes. If you are feeling comfortable, go with that light. And sometimes you can see really interesting shapes unfolding behind your eyelids. Okay, so I feel like we have just cleared a lot of the negative energy that you've brought in. Did you travel by public transport?
Yeah.
Okay, so sometimes, especially when we're in really close proximity to other people, we can pick up on their energies. So selenite is really good for just clearing that. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to have you take a look at these crystals and take as long as you need to just see which ones you're most drawn to. It might be one, it might be two, it might be three. And then we'll use those to work on sort of helping your energy flow a little bit better. So you can just tell me which ones and I'll put them on there when you're done.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Alright, so really lovely selection there. Are you finished with this one?
Can I keep this one too?
Yeah. If you hold that one.
Yeah.
So, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to focus on your head. So I may touch your hair, I might touch your skin just around your hairline, your hands as well, because we do pick up a lot of energy throughout the day with our hands, and your neck area, because I am picking up quite a lot of blockage in this area. So I'm going to focus on using these 3 crystals because you are drawn to them. So there must be something in these that you feel like you're lacking, and we can gain that from these now. Okay, so feel free to close your eyes again. So I'm just taking some of the energy from the stones now. 2 of what you've picked out are actually stones. So I'm just going to take some of this energy with my brush, and then I'm going to be brushing on you. So I'm just going to direct your head slightly towards the light. Perfect. Just gently moving your hair. And I'm going to focus this particular stone on your forehead area, okay? As we want to try and relax your thinking part of your brain. So just focusing now a little bit on your hairline, because skin is very sensitive here, and we are most open to receiving energies when we feel more relaxed. So this is focusing on your overthinking, your worrying thoughts. So this next crystal here that you chose is made up mainly from salt crystals. So what I'm doing is I'm just trying to pick up some of that energy on this brush, just using it as a tool to take out some of this goodness. Okay, I'm just going to touch your forehead. I am feeling a fair bit of emotion in your head. So I'm going to just use this stone. And this stone is really good for realigning the balance between your thinking and your feeling, your head and your heart. I'm just going to do a little bit of work over your head, which will involve some hair touching. Some of it might be quite gentle. I'll just see how I feel and what I'm picking up. Okay. There's quite a lot of blockage behind the ears here. Can I just have you look over this shoulder? I'm sure you've heard the phrase that hair can be really powerful. I suppose it's why a lot of people can sometimes feel quite emotional about cutting their hair and losing that power. So every now and then it's really good to just try and cleanse any built up energy that we don't want. Okay, that side's feeling better. Just have you look over this shoulder now. Okay, just relaxing. Okay. Okay. I'm just going to use an aura mist, okay, just to help me clear it a little bit more. So it's going to feel a little bit cold as it lands on you. this stone I'm going to now use for your throat chakra. So I'm just brushing it. We can also make jewellery out of any of the crystals. I can see that you do enjoy wearing jewellery, so we can definitely incorporate. And it's actually a really nice way to keep crystals close, especially if anxiety is something you struggle with. Having a crystal just sitting on your chest here would probably help you. Warming up my hands. So I'm just taking the first crystal. Just doing some work. So again, I'm going to just do some gentle brushing on your hairline with the crystal you chose, depositing some of those energetically charged particles. that blockage is coming out. It's feeling a little bit more open. Okay, I'm just going to use some of the aura spray. It's going to go a little bit cold and then we'll wrap you up. So I'm just going to have a look at your hands. Okay. Just going to clear the energy on your hands now. Are you left or right-handed?
Right-handed.
Okay. Your hands are not too bad. Do you do a lot of writing or painting?
Yeah, writing. I do a lot of journaling.
Okay. So your hands are going to be taking some of that energy as you're writing, especially if it's emotional or slightly deeper thoughts.
Yeah.
Okay. Just pressing in a fairly sensitive area just to allow your hands to be slightly more emotionally open. Okay. thing you can practice doing is balancing out the energy release through your hands. So if you are right-handed, you're doing most of the energy output through that hand. So things like exercise, where you're clenching and releasing the hands and practicing doing them both equally. And also sometimes holding a pen to paper, even if you're not necessarily writing, but thinking of the intention and allowing that energy to be released through the opposite hand. Yeah, the energy is a lot clearer on your left side, so I definitely recommend practicing balancing it out so that your right hand isn't taking all of the emotional strain. Okay, just relaxing. Okay, I'm just going to set some intentions for you. So just closing your eyes. Okay. Okay. How do you feel?
Really relaxed.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm hoping that once you're home and you're feeling a little bit more sort of back to yourself, you might notice a shift in the energy in your chest area. Would you like to take these 3 away with you?
I would love to, yes please.
I'll just pack them up. I'm going to put these 2 in together because this one can actually help charge this one. It's a very special stone, this one is. So I'll keep those together, store those separately though. those are complimentary. It's your first time visiting us, so do come back, and hopefully I'll see you